On behalf of the City of Yonkers and Untermyer Gardens, welcome to we're 24 hours almost into summer. We're starting to see a forecast for some rain, maybe all week. This would be the third spring rain, and we had to wait 24 hours into summer to get it. So we're thrilled to have some moisture coming into the garden. We've been watering all spring, we've been planting all spring, and we really need a break like this. And speaking of planting all spring, just a week and a half ago, we ripped out all the cool season annuals, which we looked at earlier in the spring. And thanks to the work of Schuyler, our assistant head gardener, we've put in all our summer annuals. We've grown these in the hoop house. Drew ran the program. He selected the plants. He propagated almost all the plants, a bunch of them from seed, and he's going to tell you all about what we have in our summer annual canals this year.
Howdy, I'm here in the North Canal of the Walled Garden, and this year's annuals display is going to be exploring silver foliage and blue flowers throughout the garden. We're also pushing the height of these flowers and plants as high as we can go without too much staking. And to get that height, we're growing a ribbon of 3 very unique plants down the entire canal. We have Gomphocarpus physocarpus, also known as balloon plant or hairy balls. This will be recognized by some of our visitors from a few years ago in container plantings on the Vista. We're also growing Eucalyptus cinerea or silver dollar tree. This is actually a tree, but it doesn't survive our winters, and we'll be growing it as an annual, and it'll top out at also about 3 to 4 feet. And finally, what garden would be complete without Verbena bonariensis? This cultivar Vanity is a more compact and sturdy plant that will top out with sort of a spray of lavender blue flowers by the end of summer. So we're hoping by the end of the summer this will be a really frothy full bed of seed pods, leaves, and flowers, complemented with silver spreaders beneath them, and also these yellow flowering plants. We have some zinnias and calibrachoas and lantanas to complement the purple, blue, silver in the canal beds this year. As we make our way to the reflecting pool, the plant combination changes in some obvious and not so obvious ways. The most important of which is the complementary flower color, which around the reflecting pool is orange instead of yellow. We're using the same zinnias and calibrachoas and lantanas, but we've selected orange varieties to complement the purple and silver of the other plants. Also, salvias form a foundation of this entire display, and while we leaned more on dark blues around the canals, with the reflecting pool we've selected light blue flowers, in particular Salvia, farinacea, SallyfunTM Sky Blue, which will top out at about 3 feet with some beautiful light blue flowers. Also rhythmically planted through the reflecting pool is Senecio candicans or angel wings. Visitors are already asking us every day what this plant is, and it's actually a succulent which will thrive in the hot, exposed, sunny conditions of these reflecting pool beds and hopefully bring pops of white throughout the entire planting around the reflecting pool. So visitors often ask us where we get our plants or how we grow them, and we're really proud at Untermyer to grow all of our annuals for our display in-house. We have access to a number of municipal greenhouses through the City of Yonkers, and we also built a hoop house here on site. And we'll order a large number of plugs from a company called Jolly Farmer, which will send us these baby plants which we grow in our greenhouses until late spring when they're ready for the landscape. But in addition to those plug selections, we'll also make a sizable order of seeds of different plants that we wish to experiment with or complement our selection in some way. And I wanted to show a few of those seed-grown plants in our combination this year. The first of which is Cobaea scandens, or cup and saucer vine. We've grown a purple and a white variety of this vine this year. It's a really tenacious vine from Mexico and South America that hopefully by the end of the summer will cover this entire back wall with white and purple cup and saucer shaped flowers. In addition to that, we grew a grass from seed this year, a Stipa arundinacea, cultivar Sirocco. And this plant we actually grew in our own plug trays. This size of plant allows us to insert this into a number of different combinations throughout the property. It's a really nice usable size with good deep roots, and by the end of the summer it's going to have these really wonderful copper, orangey, pink tones in its leaves. So that's a plant we're really looking forward to as fall comes. The third is this really rather impressive Melianthus major. So we grew this from seed as well about 3 years ago. And that first year, we selected the bluest, most glaucous plants that we grew, and we composted those that didn't make the cut. We used these in container displays, and then this year they were big enough that they added this really nice, meaningful structure throughout the reflecting pool beds, which don't have hollies like the canals do. And it's through this seed program that we find the most excitement every year, because we add things that maybe are unexpected or that we've never tried before. And I think as the years go on, it's exciting to pull from previous year's growth to amplify the next year's display. So the exciting plant combinations at Untermyer do not stop at the canal and reflecting pool beds. We take every opportunity in the walled garden to decorate every single square inch seemingly with plants and flowers. We like to say that the space is not done till it's overdone. And we'll use a different combination of plants for some of our container displays and some of our bed displays than the canal and reflecting pools. And each gardener actually created a combination for each of the different distinct container displays throughout the garden. So we hope that when you visit this summer to check out our annuals display, you'll also take a closer look at our pots and our different bed combinations, because we've created some surprises and some moments for you to enjoy. Thanks so much, everyone, and we hope to see you at the gardens this summer.